it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we are going to be looking at some races from street car scene and try to guess who's going to win before the race happens. Now, this is beneficial because, you know, if you're a betting man and you want to go out there and bet some money on some races, this might help you expect certain outcomes. That being said, let's bet some fictional money here and let's see if we can get most of these correct. Now, I am making this video specifically because I'm supposed to go racing on Saturday at a half-mile event in Bakersfield, California. However, it's going to be like 100+ degrees out there, so I'm on the fence if I actually want to tow my car 2/3 hours away in order to get in a couple runs. Would you guys rather go to the half-mile event and get in a couple passes, or maybe just try to find a SoCal race meet and go bully some kids? Let me know down below. Also, this video might be demonetized, so if you want to support the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That'll help out the channel immensely. I'm probably not going to make any money on this video, so let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, which one looks good? You know what? Let's start out with an Infiniti. We have a G35 full bolt-on JWP 93 tune versus a Mazda Speed 3. I thought it was a Subaru at first. Mazda Speed 3 full bolt-on 28 PSI. I'm taking the Mazda Speed 3. I do not think that G35 has a chance, but I could be wrong. I'm not gonna lie, it made me a little nervous at first. I totally thought the G35 was hanging on a little too good, and then I don't know what happened. The Mazda Speed 3 just hit the nitrous or something and took off. He must be hiding a bottle somewhere in there, because he took off like a fucking bat out of hell. Mazda Speed 3s are cool. They're cool cars. I don't know anyone with one, and I've never known anyone with one, but from what I've been told over the years, it's a pretty solid, fun, hot hatch. What I have been told over the years is the G35 is not a straight line car. You could probably go track the car, you could probably go in the canyons or drift it, but straight line speed and G35 should not belong in the same sentence. Also, if you're wondering why there's a big black square over the chat, it's because I don't want them to spoil it for you. I can easily just not read it, but I know people, while waiting for the video to play, might try to see a spoiler beforehand. But so far, 1 for 1, Mazda Speed 3 for the win. Infiniti Trumpet Boy, head back home or head back to a takeover. You don't belong here, boy. All right, next race. This seems like a pretty decent one. We have a 5.0 with a 10-speed ESS centrifugal supercharger and nitrous. That's a pretty insane setup right there. Versus a 325i with a built M50 DCT swap and 28 PSI. I just know these Mustangs with their 10 speeds are absolutely disgusting. Like, if it's one car that claps my cheeks on a daily basis, it's a 10-speed Mustang. And that's just because I have to shift. I have a man pedal. I'm okay with losing to a 10-speed because the car is just doing it all for him. Any little Joe Schmo can climb in that thing and be fast. I'm going to bet my money on the 10-speed. I'd be pretty impressed if this 325 gaps him, but let's take a look. I can't believe he lost. I genuinely, I mean, it was a really close race, don't get me wrong, and it seems like everyone was divided as well, but that little 325i has to be one of the nastiest sleepers I've ever seen. I mean, dude, they're right there, neck and neck, but Jesus Christ, man, that thing is just still pulling. Still pulling. Imagine a little 325i sedan pulling up on your supercharged nitrous 5.0 and blowing your doors off. That's a quick car. Like that is a fast little car. The run did seem a little short. I think I've seen this orange Mustang race before. I think I've seen his page, and he's pretty quick, so that's a quick little BMW. Respect. Well, we're 1 for 2. Let's see how a GTR Let's see how an R35 GTR full bolt-on E85 upgraded turbos does against a Z06 with an LS9 ZR1 swap, a Kong ported blower, heads, cams, pulley, E85. Damn! Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. So essentially, the Walmart ZR1 versus a built GTR. I mean, this GTR looks like, even in this photo, this shit's moving. As much as I want the Corvette to win, I have a feeling you're just not. I just don't think you can keep up with this thing. Let's take a look. I'm voting GTR as much as I don't want to. That second run got my hopes up a little bit. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. That second run, he was holding on for a bit, but the problem is, when you shift, dude, you are losing so much speed and momentum. I know manual cars are fun. I love my manual Mustang. I love my manual ZR1. They are fun cars, but when you are racing and the car is shifting for itself, it's hard to compete with a computer. It's amazing. If you look at draggy times for a manual car versus an auto car, you see just this massive dip in between shifts. No matter how fast you think you shift, I think I shift pretty fast. It's really hard to compete with an automatic car. That was a good ass race though. I'm proud of the little baby ZR1 for holding on as well as it did, but that GTR is a monster. I will say though, the Vet sounded better. All right, we're 2 for 3. Let's see how this M2 full bolt-on and E40 does against a 6th gen Camaro SS full bolt-on manifold E85. Dude, these things used to bully me back in the day. These little fuckers used to bully the shit out of my 3-valve when I was only making like 500 horsepower. These 6.2s with bolt-ons and E85, dude, they fucking eat. I don't know how an M2 with full bolt-on and E40 is going to do. I'm not sure what motor comes in this generation. If it was the new one, I would probably bet on the M2, but I honestly, I'm hoping that this Camaro just dogs him, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just not too familiar with this generation of BMW, so I'm going to vote Camaro. Let's see if I'm wrong. Well, fuck, it appears I'm wrong. I genuinely thought it was going to be a bit closer. That M2 just kept pulling. Based on the comments, I'm guessing it's an N55. It's pretty quick. That's a respectable little car right there. I've never been a huge fan of the M2s. I think this generation might be one of the better looking ones. The new one is just, like I said, too roadblocksy for me. But there's no doubt the inline 6 that BMW puts in their faster cars is worth it. There's no doubt in my mind. It's crazy because like the Camaro didn't even lunge hard like off the rip. Like that's where the Camaro shines. Off the line, the 6.2 just puts in so much torque. Just boom, just fucking shoves you. But that M2 was just gone. Good race. I think we're now, what, 2 for 4? Let's see if we can get the next one right. Well, look who fucking returns. We have the little demon 325i built M50 DCT 78 80 28 psi. Okay, so that's a big difference. We didn't know this before. We didn't know it had a damn near 80 millimeter turbo. We didn't know that. Versus a 5.0 twin turbo 6-speed. This DCT's taking it. You're not outshifting it. In the MT82, you're cooked. Absolutely cooked. I lost before betting on the 10-speed. If you think a 6-speed can beat this little fucking sleeper, you're dead wrong. Yeah, 4 deep, smoking the Mustang. Absolutely crazy. Some of the comments are like, did the 5.0 start in 6? I don't think people understand just how quick this little fucking sleeper is. First of all, I mean, yeah, we know we have 4 people in it, but it's a tin can. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is gutted. Absolutely gutted. Again, 4 deep. I get it. He's making up for it. But you're just not keeping up with it. I'm sorry. Your little twin turbo 5.0 just ain't keeping up with it. If the supercharged nitrous 10 speed ain't keeping up, the twin turbo 6 speed ain't touching it. You'd have a better chance of a Fortnite Pro touching grass than that 5.0 touching this car. Good luck. Sayonara. BMW for the win. All right, I think we're 3 for 5. I could be wrong. Let's see how this M340 downpipe tune E-Mix, okay, a little vague there. He's kind of hiding some shit, versus a C7 headers 93. Dude, it's a base C7. It's got headers and a 93 tune. I can't imagine it's going to be all that quick. I would imagine a little B58 downpipe and tune with an E-Mix. I would imagine this thing's beating it. I can't imagine it. Like, seriously. Let's take a look, though. That was actually way closer than I thought. I'm actually impressed for the little C7. I definitely thought the 335 or whatever it is, 340i, I definitely thought he was going to jump out and just keep steadily pulling. It's honestly really close. I think one factor or another factor, maybe this guy has his window down, I don't know. Something can change that race and make it completely neck and neck. That's a really good run. I'm impressed. Those little C7s, man, the little LT1s, they're no slouch. I know everybody thinks you need to get a wide body, you need to get the Z06, the Grand Sport. Little LT1 is no fucking slouch. Just like this comment said, NA versus boost, Vet did good. I would honestly think, I mean, dude, not only boost, but like modified boost. This guy just has headers and a tune. That's not doing a whole lot. Downpipe, tune, and E-Mix, and you're barely pulling away from a stock C7? That's crazy. All right, let's get some American Muscle versus American Muscle. We have a C7 Z06, Magnuson 2650, a Cam a 293 auto versus a 5.0 twin turbo 10R80. It's on 93 though, I will say. Damn, that's a good one. I know the C7s kind of top out around 7, maybe 800 max. But I don't know if a twin turbo 5.0 on 93 is making that much. So, I mean, I don't know if this on 93 is either. Damn. I might go Corvette on this. I might go. I think I'm gonna go Corvette. Damn, 10 speed though. I mean, they're both autos. I'm gonna go Corvette. I weirdly think the Corvette's gonna take this one. I'm probably wrong, but I weirdly feel like the Corvette's gonna take this one. I'm not reading comments, by the way. I'm staying focused. Let's see. Damn, that was really, really close. So one took the first run, the other took the second. We got a comment right here from the Mustang owner. He says, first one was a 40 roll, and that's the one the Corvette won. The 50 roll, the Mustang won. So it all just depends, and this is one thing that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to racing cars on the street. Different starting points, different miles per hour, different points in your torque curve. That changes the race massively. We went from the Corvette pulling away like nothing to maybe him arguably spinning off of the line, but that little difference made it so he could not catch the 5.0. That's it right there. Just that little something happened right there, and now Corvette can't touch him. So if you're ever racing or you're ever like chasing a 60 to 130 time or something like that, one small change is all it takes to really just completely shift the playing field. Trust me, my car's quick, but I'm sure there's cars that make less power where if I start at a certain speed or at a certain RPM, I'm cooked. Like, I just won't have the momentum to catch him. This one I will call a push. Nobody won. You know, it was tie. So let's move on. All right, we'll do one more. SS Headers E85 6-speed manual versus a first-gen 5.0 Cat Delete E85 ported manifold 6R80. Ooh, okay. I'm looking at these both. So, I mean, if they both have headers or Cat Delete, that kind of cancels that out. They're both E85. This one does have a ported manifold, but it's only a Gen 1. And this is auto. This is manual. I'm going to go with the first gen. The Gen 1 Coyote. He's on a drag pack. He might have some more weight reduction. I know these are lighter too. I'm going to go with the first gen. Let's see if I am correct. The second one definitely seemed like the much closer race. Maybe the first one, the Mustang slipped. Regardless, though, the Chevy just keeps pulling. It just keeps pulling. I don't know what the hell Chevy puts in those motors where they just pull to the moon. I see the same thing in my ZR1 where on dyno, the tuner's like, dude, it just keeps making power up until the very end. Like, it just keeps climbing. I feel like if we had an infinite redline, it would just make infinite power. But it's pretty impressive. I thought the 5.0 was going to do a little bit better. But, you know, it's a first gen. It is what it is. And those 6.2s, like I said, they're just so aggressive off the line. That's what I expected to happen to the M2. However, as you can see, I was wrong in both circumstances. Anyways, good races for both these fellas. Nice shifts on the Camaro. Good shit. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys for today. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Comment down below. Should I go to the half-mile event and just try to get in a couple runs before it gets too hot? Or should I just go bully some kids? I'm sure I could find a race meet tonight or tomorrow and just fucking spank some kids. I'll probably get spanked too, but oh god, I'm going to be spanking these motherfuckers. Anyways, let me know down below. Subscribe, check out Streetcar Scene. I will link them down below. And until next video, peace.